Hello everyone, my name is Kang, and welcome to our first launch event of 2026. How can I think of a better way to start the year? We got a lot to share, a lot to show, a lot of excitement. But before we talk about the new stuff, let's take one step back. At Poco, we always cared about our users. And you probably heard the slogan like a million times. It's everything you need, nothing you don't. But repeat it on purpose. Because no matter how the market changes, no matter what trends come and go, our mission will never change. Now, let's talk about a milestone, our Poco F series. We gave our users the most premium Poco phone ever, our F8 Ultra. It didn't just sell well. It gave Poco a real seat at the table in the high-end space. But come on, this industry isn't only about premium. Today, your phone is something you carry 24 hours a day. It's part of your life. So at Poco, we're not here to serve just one type of users. We'd like to stay diverse, to meet our users' different needs and lifestyles. While the industry is full of high-end segment, Poco goes back to a simpler question. What truly matters to our users? And we believe it's not specs for show, but real performance and real experiences. So today, we're opening 2026 with very exciting X series. This is our most popular lineup, and it's popular for a reason. Because you get performance that feels flagship without paying flagship money. And how can we talk about X series without mentioning one thing? Our Poco X7 Pro, our star of the year. This is a device that defines what the X series really stands for in 2025. I mean, it's not just me standing here talking with you guys about how good it is, but the media and our users have proven it. Check out the media comments. GS Marina says, this is a product that blows away other phones in this price segment. And other comments include, it got bold design with powerful performance, and everyday performance is super smooth. And it's not just about the media's feedback. Poco X7 Pro is much loved by our users. For example, it ranked number 5 among the top 10 fan favorite devices. And of course, we never get comfortable, nor do we stop. For every generation of X Pro, we listen carefully to our users' feedback. And we understand our users are not fully satisfied with what we've done so far. What they want is better performance, a more premium design, and definitely some new features too. So don't worry, for the next generation of X Pro, our fans' favorite, we've upgraded in every way you care about. So let me introduce our latest Poco X8 Pro. It is built for performance lovers and is designed for users who always want more. Of course, as a performance phone, you already know the tradition. Now, let's dive into the part our tech-savvy users care about the most, our next generation performance. What we're offering here is pretty simple. It's flagship level performance across the board, and that means flagship SoC, big battery and fast charging, advanced cooling, and also deep software tuning. So now, let's start at the core, the brain of the phone, the heart of performance, the flagship SoC. We're globally debuting the brand new Dimensity 8500 Ultra platform to make sure you get the best possible experience. And that means faster response, better efficiency, and smoother experience overall. First, let's look at what's really upgraded, the next generation CPU speed. With a 4+4 OP core design, you get a 7% performance boost right away. Then we move to graphics. The next generation GPU offers 25% higher performance and up to 20% lower power consumption, so games can look better and run smoother. And then here's the result of all that. We passed 2 million on benchmark, the first time ever for X Pro. Here's a direct comparison with our competitor S25 FE. Both devices are tested in the highest available configurations. And no matter it's gaming, scrolling, creating, or multitasking, we hope this supports your entire experience. Now, let's talk about something that's just as important, our battery and charging. Because what's the point of performance if you cannot use it for a whole day? So yes, battery is a huge part of the story. If you look at the industry, some brands only give you a battery that's tolerable to use. But I mean, that's not what people actually want, right? Users don't want to manage their phone. They want to enjoy their phone. So this year, we made it even bigger. Poco X8 Pro comes with a massive 6,500 milliamp hour battery. It is built for heavy users, longer days, and in real life. And here's what that means in real life. For gaming, we last 9+ hours, while the other is only 6+. For WhatsApp calls, it's 12 hours versus 9. And if you're simply just scrolling Twitter, reading content all day, we got you 20 hours. And of course, battery needs the right charging experience. So Next Pro will give you the most versatile charging setup ever. First up, 100-watt hypercharge. So you can charge to 100% in 48 minutes. And also, it supports 100-watt PPS protocol, bringing broad compatibility with various fast chargers. Now, I don't want to spend too much time bragging about this because for us, it's already a tradition, a standard. What really matters is our industry-leading 27-watt burst charging. And this one is really useful, personally speaking. For example, if another phone runs out of battery, let's say your iPhone 17, Poco X8 Pro can charge it to half within just 20 minutes. And your phone battery still got over half left. And by the way, if you're interested, we also got reverse charging cable to sell. And then next, how can I say diverse without mentioning smart charging? That is the same experience as our premium FA series. So the phone automatically adjusts charging speed to control temperature, so you can enjoy the smoother and more stable experience while charging. Since we're talking about temperature, let's look at what's really different in cooling this year, because performance is nothing without a proper heat control. This year, we use a 3D dual-layer isotope cooling system with a larger liquid cooling area compared to last generation. And that means better heat dissipation, high efficiency, and more stable performance over time. So now, we've covered the hardware. Let's talk about the other half of performance, the software tuning. And of course, you already know about this part really well, our While Boost optimization, which gets special upgrades this year too. But I'm not going to bore you with concepts here. Let's do what Poco always does and let numbers speak. So this time, we compare with S25 FE for 1-hour RPG gaming. X8 Pro got higher average FPS and 1% low frame rate, which means you get fewer drops and better experience. And at the same time, we run cooler with less power consumption, so you get lower heat and longer battery life. And that's not the end. We also added features that make games even feel better. So on X8 Pro, we guarantee 1.5K super resolution and up to 90 FPS smart frame rate. To make your games even feel better, we also got 24 times super resolution touch. So it makes your input faster, more precise, and more responsive. So every swipe, every shot feels exactly the way you want it to be during the games. And then there's Game HDR. This is super important for immersion. And that means you get deeper contrast, richer details in both dark and bright scenes, so games are overall more engaging. Now let's wrap it up. Over 2 million MT2 on the upgraded chipset, a massive 6,500 milliamp hour battery, a diverse charging options, and a fully upgraded gaming experience. And a small reminder, we don't compromise on memory either. So overall, that's Poco X8 Pro performance. Now, performance is only one side of the story. Like we said, we're committed to make progress. And when it comes to design, we don't compromise either, because first impression always matters, right? So now, our next generation design. First, a great phone should have several qualities. It should look premium, feel premium, and it's supposed to be durable in real life. So we start with a metal middle frame. It is strong, it's solid, and very confident when you hold it. And to match that, we upgraded to glass back, which feels much more premium to hold. And then, if you look closely, you see this line right here, down there. It is inspired by racing stripe. But that's not the only place we use the idea. If you look closer at the camera decal, it got flowing curves and very dynamic shape. That is also a racetrack style design language. We want a design to be fast, to be powerful, and full of motion. And then now, a little surprise. So we bring dynamic RGB light to the phone. As you can see in the demo, your camera decal gets light effects when you're gaming, listening to music, or just getting notifications and more. And for colors, we give you 3 options. First is timeless, clean, and always classic black. And then we have white, which is always pure and minimal, and also my personal favorite. And then finally, we got mint green. That's a fresh and clean color that feels light and modern. So that's all the colors you can choose from. Now, let's flip to the front. So we designed a screen to give you the most comfortable experience that feels just right. It is big enough to hold, but small enough to control. So what we did is that we used large rounded corners and a balanced ratio, which looks harmonious without any uncomfortable edges when you hold it. And with our ultra-narrow bezels, you can watch videos, you're fully immersed. There's no distractions, just content in front of you. So compared to last generation, I'm sure you can see a clear difference. We smoothed out corners with slimmer bezels, and that simple changes make the whole phone look sleeker and feel more premium when you pick it up. What's more, this is a performance phone, so we believe that saving power is equally important. So we used the M10 display panel, the same material we use for premium FA series. It is next level. With 20% improved luminous efficiency, you get brighter visuals with less energy consumption. And this power-saving panel gives us one of the biggest highlights. Now we can aggressively push brightness to 3,500 nits, with even up to 25% covering area. And that means it easily meets your daily outdoor needs, whether you're watching videos or play games. But of course, our display is only just brightness. It's also super eye care. With the multi-mode display adjustments and eye care certifications, it helps reduce eye strain so eyes stay comfortable even during long view sessions or late at night. Well, that's everything about our Pro design, with huge difference compared to last generation. You get a super premium glass back and metal frame, plus our dynamic RGB light and certified water resistance. Also, a display that's comfortable to hold and energy saving with ultra brightness, plus eye care certified all in one. This is a design that looks truly premium while being powered by the same high-end technologies you'll find in our premium F models. Now we've covered design and performance. Let's look at the rest of the experience that make it even more pro. First up, the camera. On X series, our camera philosophy is pretty simple. We only focus on what really matters. So for Pro, we want your camera to be always ready for social sharing. It is fast to shoot, it's easy to use, and great for the moments you want to post. So on X8 Pro, you get a 50 MP OIS main camera powered by Sony IMX882, and also an 8 MP ultra-wide camera. So this is a photo shot on the main camera. As you can see here, even under the sunlight, the image stays natural, clear, and full of details. And then our main camera also supports ultra snap with portrait mode on at the same time. So that means you can shoot up to 120 ultra clear frames in a row. And not only is every photo sharp, consistent, but the person in every frame stays super clear and natural too. And this can be really helpful when you're photographing people in motion, like kids, pets, or friends, family. And then for ultra-wide, our mission is pretty simple too. That is to get more context and more atmosphere in every shot, just like this one. And that's not the end. We've also upgraded the front camera because selfies matter. With 0.8 times auto zoom for groups, your phone automatically adjusts if there's more than one person detected. So everyone can fit into the frame, and you don't have to do the very awkward arm stretching. So that's about the camera. Now let's talk about connectivity. This is a feature that can sometimes be underestimated, but it's pretty crucial. And today, we're not just talking about fast internet, but stronger, more versatile connectivity across environments and across devices. First up, we got Xiaomi offline communication. And that means you can stay connected even without a network. Let's say remote areas when there's no signal. With this feature, your calls can still get through, so you don't lose touch with your friends or family. And beyond environment-proof connectivity, we also have a better connect experience based on our latest HyperOS 3. This new system comes with features that is to solve real pain points. For example, cross-device connectivity. We know this is a pain point for many users trying to work between different systems. And before this launch, we already talked a lot about cross-device experiences. For example, our Home Screen Plus helps you control your phone through an iPad or iMac. But this is X8 Pro. Of course, we push further. So this time, we've extended this Home Screen Plus feature to iPhone. The newest Home Screen Plus supports iPhone Cast, letting you control your Poco X8 Pro directly from an iPhone. So check out this animation. On my right-hand side is our X8 Pro, and the left is the iPhone. Even though your Poco phone screen is off, you can literally unlock your Poco phone through your iPhone and start to receive messages or any kind of updates on your iPhone. But that's not all. We're dedicated to solve pain points in all aspects of our life. For example, planning on going to concerts or sports matches. These are quite important entertainment nowadays for people. But I bet at a certain point in time, some of you have struggled with getting tickets during the online ticket drops. So whether it's concerts, sports events, or music festivals you're planning, the feature I'm going to talk about will be a reliable helper when you're trying to grab a ticket. Introduce our ticket purchase mode. It is built specifically for high-pressure ticket drop moments. And let me explain how it works. So all you need to do is to set up a schedule in your calendar in advance with a specific date, timing, and app details. And once it's set up, on the day you're about to get the ticket and minutes before your ticket drop moment starts, your calendar will remind you through different system touchpoints, like the lock screen, Hyper Island, and other notifications, to remind you to turn on the ticket purchase mode. And then the system will automatically start accelerating in the background by streaming touch response, screen movement, with better performance scheduling, giving you a higher chance to actually get the ticket that you want. So that's everything about a Poco X8 Pro. Let me summarize from the beginning. With over 2 million in benchmark score, you can enjoy a powerful performance, a big battery paired with a powerful charging combo, a truly premium design for one hand to hold, plus a display that balances efficiency and brightness. Compared to the previous generation, I can confidently say that this is a full, all-around upgrade. So I know what you guys are waiting for. Now it's time to talk about the price. Before we show the final numbers, let's quickly look at the overall value of the device. So for the specs we're getting, we're very confident. I'm not saying we'll be the competitor in every single aspect. But when it comes to the actual experience we designed for our users, the chipset, the battery and charging, the display resolution, and the overall design and long-term endurance. Honestly, with these features, this phone could have been priced much higher. And this is what the original pricing was set. $349, $399, and $449. But I mean, come on, this is Poco. I already said we give the best performance at the most honest price. And we still believe that this is too high. So here's the background. As the entire industry is moving toward higher prices because of the cost, instead of passing the pressure on users, we secured $100 million budget to hold the line on value. And that means we managed to make up to $50 less for each model that we just showed. So Poco X8 Pro starts from $329, with $369 and $399 for the higher variants. And that's still not the end. If you add early, our early bird price is generally worth it, starting from $299. And that is exactly the same RRP price of last year for same storage. And also, you got $329 and $359 for higher variants. So with this level of experience and this price point, I truly believe Poco X8 Pro is one of the most exciting Pro phones in this price segment this year. And that's everything for Pro lineup. But if you think that's where it ends, not yet. We still have one more surprise for you. Remember last year's X7 Pro Ironman edition? The first round of stock sold out incredibly fast, like within 3 days. Well, considering how popular it was, we decided to bring it back this year. It is still Marvel, it is still Iron Man, but this time the design is even cooler and even more refined. So now let me introduce Poco X8 Pro Iron Man Edition. First, let's take a look through the video. So this time, things are different from before. Our designers put a lot of effort into the exterior design. So the phone features a bold black and gold color scheme. It brings the classic Iron Man vibe into the futuristic look, with metallic textures, dynamic lighting details, and a strong high-tech feel throughout. Along with the Iron Man edition, you also get a specially designed case this year. The case has its own iconic look, which is perfectly matched with the phone design. And when you power it on, you'll be greeted by a fully customized UI. From the colors to system elements, everything is inspired by Iron Man, creating a truly end-to-end Iron Man experience every time you use the phone. The whole box will also feature an all-new look, a specially designed cable, the phone case we just mentioned, and also a unique SIM pen. Now, just because it's a collaboration edition, that won't stop us from giving you a really good price. So the price for Poco X8 Pro Iron Man edition will be $399, with RAM and ROM at 12 plus 512 gigabytes. And if you remember, it stays the same price as our X8 Pro model with the same memory setup. So just now, we walked you through how we upgraded our most popular X Pro model and how we get you the best performance flagship in $300 to $400 price segment. But the fan base is growing, and we can see a Pro model is just simply not enough to cover everyone's needs. So we made a decision. We decided to take the X series, our performance king, to an even higher level. And that means introducing a brand new model that goes beyond Pro. The phone you're about to see has evolved from Pro to Pro Max. This is our brand new Pro Max phone. It enters a completely new price segment, and it's a completely new product that Poco users have never seen before. Just like when we introduced F7 Ultra, This is a big step forward for us. But no matter how the product evolves, we want one thing to be really clear, that even though this model sits higher than the previous X models, it is still going to be the most performance to value phone that we always promise. And of course, we start with performance. As a brand new product, what we want you to remember is this. We are delivering a max performance combo, from the chipset to cooling to storage. This is a phone we believe can stand alongside $1,000 flagships. So first, let's start with the chipset. For Pro Max model like this, there's only one choice. We go with the latest generation flagship chipset in Dimensity 9000 series. And today, we're proud to introduce the global debut of Dimensity 9500S. For many of you, this chipset might not sound very familiar. So let's talk about it step by step. First, the numbers. With over 3 million in benchmark score, this is the fastest performance we've ever had in the X series, whose benchmark is on par with F series. But of course, performance is more than just numbers. This chipset features a 4+4 OB-core CPU design, a truly flagship architecture. But where does it actually stand in the overall landscape? Well, let's take a look. So here's the CPU benchmarks. Compared with the industry-leading platforms so far in the market, as you can see here, this chipset is able to outperform Snapdragon 8S Gen 4, and is pretty close to the top-tier A-Leap platform. Then, let's see GPU. So we got a GPU that runs at a high clock speed of up to 1.6 gigahertz. And also, when we compare it with the same two platforms, this GPU is actually getting very close to the level of Elite. And that's a big deal, especially for gaming and graphics-heavy occasions. On top of that, this platform also supports ray tracing, which means more realistic lighting, shadows, and reflections in sporty games. So that's the power of the chipset. And then next, let's talk about cooling. Because, there's no such thing as performance without a good cooling system. And we believe a good cooling system does several very important things. First, it reduces thermal throttling, keeps frame rate stable, and then it makes the phone feel cooler and more comfortable in your hand. That's why our X8 Pro Max has our advanced 3D ice loop cooling system, featuring an ultra-large liquid cooling area with high thermal conductivity gravity. Heat spreads fast and more evenly across the device. This cooling system is built for long gaming sessions. It can reduce the SoC temperature by up to 3 Celsius degrees. So you can actually have more stable performance when it matters the most. But performance isn't just about chipset and cooling. How can we forget about storage, an even hotter topic than ever? So when it comes to RAM and storage, we don't compromise either. X8 Pro Max comes with LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.1 storage, giving you smoother multitasking, faster app launches, and shortening loading times across the system. So with the memory, with the chipset, and our cooling system, this is a truly powerful hardware combo. You get much smoother multitasking, a sustained high performance. But showing the hardware specs alone are not enough. The most direct way to prove the hardware is the gaming experience, because gaming pushes the hardware harder than anything else. So not only do we have all the features that we already introduced on other Poco devices, thanks to our latest chipset, well-boost tuning is taken even further. And for testing, we didn't pick an easy game. We went with PUBG, one of the most demanding and competitive titles in the world, and Poco handles it like a champion. As you can see, our average FPS is over 118 in this 2-hour gaming session. Frame rates stay high, control stays tight, and the overall experience stays very clean. By the way, just a quick heads up, Poco is working more closely with PUBG Mobile, and in 2026, you can expect even more collaborations coming up. So yeah, stay tuned. While getting back to our upgraded well boost, as I just said, we've taken it even further. So the performance can outlast a $1,000 flagship. And here is an hour RPG gaming test. You can see we have a higher 1% low frame rate, more stable average FPS, and lower operating temperature. So yes, this wraps up our performance story. The fastest Antutu score in the X series, advanced memory and cooling, and a gaming experience that's on par with our premium F series. But great performance needs great battery life to support it. Right now, the industry is clearly in the big battery competition. As you can see here, smartphone batteries are getting bigger and bigger. But we didn't stop here. After all, this is a Pro Max phone. And a Pro Max phone should live up to its name. So next, I want to talk about one of the things we're most proud of on a Pro Max, a max battery. So this is a phone with 8,500 milliamp hour massive battery. Thanks to its high energy density and advanced silicon carbon technology, we're able to deliver the largest battery ever on a Poco phone, while keeping the phone slim so it doesn't feel bulky in daily use. And we truly believe a massive battery is essential for your daily life, especially when you're always on the move. I mean, this battery is even larger than the battery competing with the tablet. And then, as you can see through this comparison, whether it's phone calls, gaming, or video calls, this large battery proves how reliable it is in everyday use. And then, it's not just about daily use. It's also built to last longer. So X8 Pro Max retains 80% or more of its battery capacity after 1,600 cycles, which is basically 6 years of regular use, giving you lasting power that you can actually rely on. But of course, a big battery needs a powerful charging combo. And that's why X8 Pro Max supports 100-watt hypercharge and 27-watt reverse charging. And it also supports 100-watt PPS charging protocol, which means it's compatible with third-party 100-watt chargers too. So we just talked about the max battery. But as a Pro Max, there's definitely more than one max feature that we're proud of. And next max feature is a max display. This is the largest display ever in the X series. Compared with the display of the Pro, this larger screen gives a truly immersive visual experience, whether you're gaming, watching videos, or just scrolling through your day. And this large display isn't just about immersion, it's also a power-efficient display, combined with ultra-high brightness, smooth responsiveness, and built-in eye care features. And if you flip around, the design of our Pro Max is just as serious. This is not a phone that cuts corners on materials. So first, it features a strong metal frame, and then a fiberglass back that feels light but durable. Overall, Pro Max has a bold, powerful look, backed by durability certifications. So you get a phone that looks premium and feels solid in your hand. So X8 Pro Max comes in 3 colors. First, the classic white, and then the timeless black, and then finally, a bold blue option. So this wraps up everything about the design. Pro Max comes with a large, ultra-bright, energy-efficient eye care display with a premium look. And it also got dynamic RGB light for versatile notifications. And of course, as a Pro Max, what we're bringing you is a fully upgraded overall experience. And the first area where you actually feel the upgrade is the camera. So Pro Max main camera is equipped with the latest Light Fusion 600 sensor, which is known for its dual native ISO technology. The biggest advantage of this sensor is its ability to handle complex lighting scenes thanks to its higher dynamic range. For example, the sunset portrait, especially videos. As you can see here, even though our 2 models were against the sunlight, the faces stay really clear, and the natural glow on the skin are still well preserved. And it's not just about the videos. We got sunset portrait for photos too, which is mainly brought by algorithm. Let's check out this photo captured with our main camera. Even with the larger sunset in the background, the model facing away from the light is still well captured. It's clear and natural. Well, speaking of the main camera this time, we're using a 50MP OIS main camera that supports 2x optical level zoom. So even when you shoot portraits from a distance and then zoom in, the subject stays clear and detailed. Plus, our main camera supports ultra snap, which means you can capture up to 120 photos and every single one stays ultra clear. In addition, we got you an 8MP ultra wide camera. For this photo, it includes both subject and the full environment into one frame, which gives the picture a stronger sense of scale and perspective. So now, beyond hardware, we also brought flagship software features to Pro Max. So photos don't just look good, they're easier to perfect. For example, our positive and negative films. They give your photos a cinematic look with richer tone and mood straight out of the camera. Then, we introduced AI reflection removal, so you can remove unwanted glare without affecting your subject, just with one click. And of course, some other features also included, like AI cutouts and AI beautify. But, I mean, camera is only part of the story. As a true performance flagship, Pro Max brings you a full set of nice features, and more importantly, features you can actually need. So everything about the C is making its first appearance on the X series, and some of them are even exclusive to Pro Max. First, we have an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. With this sensor, it means you can unlock much faster, safer, and easier. And just like our F series, Pro Max comes with dual stereo speakers for an immersive audio experience. But we've gone even further. This time, we support up to 400% super volume, making loud sounds even louder. And at the same time, we also introduced a new nighttime low volume mode, which is perfect for listening to ASMR or soft audio at night without disturbing your sleep. But most importantly, Pro Max supports eSIM. I mean, is there any good reason not to buy this phone? And finally, of course, out of the box, Pro Max comes with HyperOS 3 features pre-installed. So this sums up all the features we have for Pro Max, from hardware to software to design and camera. Let's wrap it up with a video to see our latest X8 Pro Max.
Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every smile is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you break the
Biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero.
So overall, just like the name indicates, it's a Pro and a Max. We pushed every feature to the maximum for you to get the best possible flagship experience. From our max performance with a true flagship chipset, to our max battery and max display. We think our X8 Pro Max is a refreshing one. It's a new standard to its class. So now, I know what everyone's thinking right now. What about the price? Let's talk about it. As I mentioned at the very beginning, this is an entirely new model in the X series. And the goal for that is pretty simple: to deliver a next level, all-around flagship smartphone with a brand new price segment. And in terms of performance, we can say that it rivals $1,000 flagship phones, and in some areas, even outperform them. But difference is, our price is much, much more accessible. So Poco X8 Pro Max starts at $469 and $529 for the higher storage variant. So that's two variants you can choose from. And if you add fast, our early bird offer gives you an additional $70 off. So that's $429 for low variant and $459 for high variant. So that's everything we're launching today. The two X series products with a special edition, each designed to meet different needs. Our X8 Pro is a true next generation upgrade from last year at a very competitive price. If you're not satisfied with that, if you're looking for an even more powerful performance, then Pro Max is built exactly for you. And to make this even more exciting, we worked hard to bring you the best possible offers. So new series comes with 3 months of Spotify Premium completely free. And then 2 months of YouTube Premium also completely free. And we guarantee you a 4th generation Android OS updates and 6 years of security patches. So that's it. These two new phones will be available through a variety of channel partners starting today. So make sure to check our local social media channels for more information. Once again, thank you so much for joining our launch today. We truly hope you enjoy our two newest smartphones as much as we do. And to our audience around the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I'll see you at the next one.
Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every smile is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers.
break the
World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers.
break the
World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder.
feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Green Riders.
break the
World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Green Riders.
break the
World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers.
break the
World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers.
break you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every smile is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers,
break the
world's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every star is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Green Riders.
break the
World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every star is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you feel the ground shake. I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every star is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers.
break the
World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every star is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers.
break the
World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every star is a ladder. crouching. I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers, podcast. World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers, podcast. World's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers,
break the
world's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers,
break the
world's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers,
break the
world's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Green Riders,
break the
world's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Green Riders,
break the
world's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers,
break the
world's biggest stage. This is the moment.
bring back the hero. Bring back the hero. Do you feel the ground shake? I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every scar is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you
Great writers,
you feel the ground shake, I'll keep my secret vows until the dawn breaks, until I find a voice in silence calling my name. It's time to make a change. Every star is a ladder. Just keep climbing until you you feel the ground?